Hello, everyone. Welcome to the behind the scenes of a day of filming MissKindness. Today, we will take everyone along with the team on a real YouTube Shorts filming session, filmed in the park, where there is sunshine, wind, birds chirping, and hundreds of things that are not as expected. Do you think filming a Shorts video is quick and easy? Well, it's only 20 seconds on screen, but behind that is a journey full of laughter, sweat, and sometimes a little wanting to cry because you can't film anymore. Okay, let's get started. Let's start with the preparation stage. This is a multi-purpose prop suitcase, actually an old suitcase from college. Inside there are all kinds of things in the world. There was a time when we forgot to bring props, so we had to make them from leaves and rocks in the park. This natural version prop looks great on screen, it's just a little itchy. Before we start filming, we usually have a short time to warm up, not only for the camera, but also for ourselves. I take the opportunity to look in the mirror, smooth my hair, check the microphone to see if it is working, and the cameraman tests the lighting and sets the camera angle. In the park, everything is out of control. The sunlight changes constantly. Children play soccer across the frame. Dogs walk their owners. Pigeons fly over our heads, making us jump. Sometimes, while we are filming, a jogger appears from nowhere and shouts, "Come on, kid, act well." We thank him profusely and laugh uncontrollably. Simple makeup, because the main thing is to smile and have positive energy. But we also have to find the right angle, the right direction of the sun, the right mood. And the park doesn't have studio lights. We had to wait for the right moment of divine light, sometimes waiting for more than 30 minutes, just to shoot a scene where the light hit our faces, not too bright, not too dim. Preparing to shoot sounds easy, but when you have to do it all yourself, you will understand it as a low-budget blockbuster. Costumes? You have to choose one that doesn't clash with the background color. Makeup? Do it yourself within 5 minutes with a cushion box that's almost empty. Lighting? You have to wait for the right time of day when the sun is bright to shoot. And I learned my lesson. Never shoot at noon if you don't want your face to be shiny like a ping pong ball. Setting up the camera angle? I only used my phone, so I had to add a stack of books, a pencil case, and even a lunchbox to get a good angle. The pinnacle of creativity is when you can make a DIY tripod out of 3 coffee cups and a notebook. We usually start the filming session with this sentence. Okay, today we have 8 hours to film 80 clips. Each clip takes 20 minutes. Plenty of time. The result? 3 hours later, we finished filming. 20 clips. It's true that theory is always rosy, but reality is sunny. The first scene today is MissKindness instructing a small act of kindness in the park, like picking up trash, giving up a seat, or simply smiling at a stranger. It sounds simple, but it took 9 takes to get it right. Take 3, everyone. Keep up the good work. Oh, I forgot my lines again and again. Take 7. But it seems like the mic isn't on yet. Take 9, okay? Have you filmed it yet? Sometimes we finish filming a scene that we really like, only to discover someone walking behind us is live streaming on TikTok. So we have to say goodbye to the perfect take. The next scene is a short video with a message about kindness, like how small actions can make a big impact. The script is simple. Just pretend to help an old man pick up something, and then the old man smiles and thanks him. But unfortunately, finding the old man is not easy. Finally, we cast a member of the team, wearing a wig, a jacket, and walking a little slower. And she turned into an old lady. The result? People passing by thought it was real and stopped to ask, "Do you need to call an ambulance?" Oh my God. Then came the second scene. I had to pretend to walk and pick up trash in the park. This scene seemed easy but was not easy. Because picking up trash while still maintaining a good figure, a cheerful face, and inspiring eyes is not simple. There was a scene where I bent down to pick up a bottle, stood up and crack! My pants made a sound that was not pleasant to hear. Luckily, it was just the sound of my pants being caught on a tree branch. Everyone breathed a sigh of relief. I blushed but still smiled. This is the heart of the pants when witnessing a sudden outburst of kindness. During breaks between scenes, the whole team sat down on the grass, shared a piece of bread, and sipped cool spring water. Everyone told jokes, competed to see who could imitate the most interesting voice, and one friend even imitated the sound of a bird chirping, making the whole group laugh out loud. Behind the scenes, I saw that the MissKindness team was not just colleagues, but a small family, where everyone tried to create kind things, starting with the joy in the work process itself. But it wasn't always just laughter. There were parts where we filmed real stories, our own stories, stories we had heard, stories about an old man who quietly picked up scrap metal to feed his grandchildren, or a boy who was bullied but chose to forgive, not to hate. When filming those scenes, we suddenly became silent. Some friends' eyes were red. A moment later, the atmosphere was bustling again, but that moment, everyone remembered. But not everything always went smoothly. There were scenes we had to film over and over again dozens of times. The wind messed up our hair, the lighting changed, or simply because we forgot our lines. One day, I accidentally misread the main message. Give kindness like feeding a cat. Then I froze for 5 seconds. The whole team laughed. One of them even said, "Maybe a cat somewhere is touched by your kindness." But that's also what makes me love this job. The authenticity, naturalness, and even the funny mistakes are part of what creates real value. Funny moments behind the camera are indispensable. Once, when filming a small dance scene in the video, we turned on the music in the middle of the park and danced together. At that moment, an old man walked by and stopped, dancing along. We laughed so hard, and of course he appeared in the camera as a special cameo. Another time, we filmed a scene where MissKindness held a free hug sign. After sitting there for a long time, no one came to hug her. Just as we were about to put the sign away, a 5-year-old girl ran up and hugged her tightly. No dialogue, no script, just a tear-jerkingly genuine moment. Around 5 p.m., the sunlight was softer. The group gathered their things and cleaned up their equipment. Everyone was tired, but their mouths still kept talking. The cameraman said something full of emotion and sweat. "I have never seen such a hard 30-second video, but it's worth it." We sat for a while, looking out at the shimmering lake. Someone said, "Back then, I thought that doing YouTube was just about making fun clips. Who would have thought it would become a place for me to tell stories, to live truthfully, and to be kind?" At the end of each filming session, we often sat on the lawn, resting and watching the clips. Sometimes we laughed out loud because of the clumsy moments. Sometimes we were pensive because of a kind sentence that rang out at the right time. Making short videos is quick, but the emotions last a long time. MissKindness always wants to spread positive things, small actions that can make someone smile, like the way we smiled backstage. Even though there was sweat, grass, and mosquito bites, the feeling of seeing the video completed, seeing something beautiful spread, it was truly worth it. Each person in the MissKindness team has their own reason for starting this journey. Some wanted to heal themselves through being kind to others. Some received a small action that changed their whole day. And now we are trying to give that back to life. In our own way, through each video, each laugh, each fall in the park. Backstage may not be glamorous, but that is where it all began. It is the place where we can be ourselves, laugh, make mistakes, try again, and feel most clearly why we do this. Finally, when the scene ended, we cleaned up the props. The trash was collected cleanly, leaving no trace in the park. I always think that kindness is not only something shown in the video, but also the way we live and work every day, even when the camera is off. On the way home, we discussed the next ideas, about the characters we wanted to invite to participate, about the kind people we happened to meet in real life. Everyone was tired, sweaty, but smiles were still on their lips. Someone joked, "I don't know if we are filming a video to spread kindness, or if we are influenced by the park." I could only respond with a nod and silently thank you, because every working day is a memorable journey. Making videos, whether short or long, if you don't love it, you can't sustain it for long. There were days when I filmed from morning to night, ate instant noodles for 2 meals, but just one positive comment, one smile from the viewer, was enough energy to continue filming the next day. When making YouTube shorts, some people think that it's so short, it's easy to do, but only when you start, you will see. To make something short, but with enough meaning, enough emotion, enough uniqueness, is a big challenge. Each shorts video is the result of a series of days of coming up with ideas, writing scripts, filming, making mistakes, refilming, editing, cutting, adding, removing, then sitting and laughing alone when watching the "oh my god" mistakes. I remember someone commented, "Your 60-second video conveyed my mood all day." And that's when I realized, so the days I spent rolling around filming and editing were really worth it. Anyone who wants to make shorts, Just give it a try. Even if the equipment is not good, even if you are not familiar with the camera, even if there are not many viewers, just do it. Because if you love what you do, others will feel it too. Behind the scenes is not only a place to record the working process, but also a place to preserve the most sincere moments. Viewers may only see a few dozen seconds of video on Shorts, but behind it is a whole group laughing, making mistakes, correcting, and believing that kindness, no matter how small, will always be valuable. And if anyone is thinking, I also want to start something, but I'm afraid of making mistakes, afraid of being ugly, afraid of no one watching, then we just want to say, let's start. Start with the little things. From a short video filmed in the park, from daring to say something kind once. And who knows, you might find a whole beautiful world behind the lens. That's all for today's Behind the Scenes. Thank you for accompanying MissKindness. We're not perfect, but we're sincere. And if you find it funny and heartwarming, then we've done something right. See you in the next Shorts video, where a little kindness is waiting to be spread.